Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, your boy Fizz, aka Mr. Uncle Crabmeat, aka Charles. That's Charles with an exclamation point at the end. But you may know me as Randall Thompson, and welcome to the Deadass Podcast. Yes, indeed. It's been an interesting week. I said, you know what? Fuck it. Why wait and do this shit with any kind of quality, man? We're done with quality. That's it, man. Nobody gives a fuck about quality anymore. It's all about quantity, baby. It's all about quantity. So I'm gonna just bang these out as often as possible. You know what I'm saying, man? If I fire in every direction, then there's no way that I could fail. But like I said, yes, it's been an interesting week. Uh, we'll start with me because I'm important, right? I care about me. Ain't nobody gonna love you like you. Uh, my titty game has come up, and I brought my titty game up. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I'm saying. I've been hitting these push-ups, son. Not only trying to lose weight, but get strong. You know what I'm saying? I can flex my right titty. My left titty's incipient. There's incipient flexing. I just learned that in my email. I get a word a day. It means my titties in the beginning stages. It's incipient. See, the more you learn, I'm here to educate you. Step your vocabulary up. Dead ass. Uh, yeah, man. Lately, some people might have noticed, if you know me personally, I've been wearing what I want to say. Like I got the shit on right now. Yeah, let me show you. Let me show you what the fuck I be having on, and then it'll be easier that way. This is what I got on right now, right? I got a Budweiser hat, and then I got a Bud Light shirt. That's how it goes. For me, I'm turning this shit off because I don't want to look at myself the whole time I'm talking. Uh, although I am beautiful, don't you agree? I mean, really, who can resist this? I need to shave. Okay, dead ass. Um, about five people asked me yesterday. It's like, yo, do you work for Budweiser, nigga? Like, they didn't all say nigga. In fact, none of them said nigga. They were all actually like respectable white people. Well, respectable is a long way to go. Some of them were respectful. Some of them were just white. You know what I'm saying? I can't just be giving respect to everybody now. Shit. Uh, but this lady was asking me, like, do you work for them? Like I was gonna hand her some Budweiser or something. So you know what? I had a colleague, lady comedian, tell me that well, first she accused me for voting for Donald Trump because I got this red hat on, which was fucked up. Because no, I didn't. I just like hats that are free that have alcohol logos on them. But she was telling me, you know what? I should get out here and try to get sponsored. The last show was sponsored by Simply Lemonade because that's what I was drinking at the time. So I'm waiting on my check Simply, and hopefully I can get this Budweiser shit popping. But I realized that wearing all this Budweiser shit, like I'm dressed like Lady Gaga right now. Like you might think, oh man, this guy's corny. He looks like. Shout out to Bruce Purcell. Bruce told me that I look like I belong in a strip club. I'm like I'm supposed to be the OG at the strip club with the sweatpants and all of this alcohol gear and shit on. I'm out here dressed like a Haitian and shit. Fucking, where am I going with this? But yeah, have you seen like Lady Gaga lately? She's doing the Bud Light tours and shit like that. No, like a while ago, this bitch was dressed in meats or nothing at all, or she was pretending to be a balloon or what, you know what I mean? She's going through many different phases. But now she's just wearing shorts and Budweiser shirts and shit like that. And that's what I look like, man. Like no matter what the Gaga's calling me, man. I'm a huge Lady Gaga fan if you don't know. But I just realized that I've accidentally been dressing like her as often as possible. But you know what? Fuck that. Fuck that, Stephanie. Yeah, I said it. You dressing like me, son. Okay, I've been on this. All right, when you was out here wearing, medium rare steaks and shit, nigga, like I was really out here, like wearing bullshit. I was really out here, son. You rip off my swag, gaga, shit, dead ass. Uh, so, enough about me. Let's talk about you. How are you? How are you doing? You know what? Glad to hear that. It's beautiful. Uh, if you are not doing anything Tuesday, you know what you should do? You should come to Planet Hollywood. I'll be performing uh, at I guess it's not at their burlesque show. It's I'll put the shit in the link. I'm gonna be at Planet Hollywood on Tuesday. The show's at 10:30, and we got John Hilder hosting over there, rah, and a bunch of funny ass people. Some people I haven't seen in a while, so it'll be exciting, uh, to go perform with them. And it's a contest and shit. You can come see people do some fine comedic performances, and 2 for 1 drink, no cover. That's 10:30 p.m. at Planet Hollywood in Las Vegas, Nevada. So yeah, that was about you. That's what I can do to talk about you. I saw this shit in the news yesterday. I guess uh, the vice president elect went to go see Hamilton, and they made a statement basically saying, "Hey, uh, we hope you respect us as a community." You know what I'm saying? I guess on behalf of gay people and Latinos and you know what I'm saying? The world is a diverse place, especially a place like New York. And they made like a written statement. I read their statement. It wasn't bad. Mike Pence didn't seem to have a problem with it. The audience booed him, but I mean that was what happens. Like you can't be like all about conversion therapy and then expect not to get booed on Broadway. That's where they make gay people. There's a gay factory. Uh, that's where they come from, man. People ask if that, you know what I mean, if people are born gay or if they become gay. Like it's neither. Like gay people are built. They are manufactured, handcrafted in the USA, hand job crafted. Am I right? Am I right? Okay, this is weird. This is really weird. Uh, That would be dope though to have like specially crafted hand jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what the hand job market is like, but I could probably step it up if I was offering gourmet hand jobs. That don't even sound right. Gourmet hand jobs. Jesus, Randall. So yeah, anyway, so this nigga Cotton Hill is sitting there, and then I guess Donald Trump got mad about it, and it was funny. I was watching a report, and I don't normally watch CNN, but it just so happened to come across my shit, and there was a lady who was just like, Donald Trump is outraged. He's tweeted not once, not twice, but 4 times. And like okay, like 4 tweets ain't that much. I've tweeted 100 times since I started talking. Y'all don't even know that. I've tweeted everything that I'm saying right now. So, oh my God, he tweeted 4 times. That's what they're gonna call. They had like W for George W. Bush, like after he was done. You know what I mean? This gonna be like they're gonna do that for Donald Trump. They're just gonna make a movie about Twitter, the tweeter, the tweeter of the free world. Uh, I like that. Don't steal my shit. I might actually make that movie my damn self. 'Cause that sounds actually dope. The tweeter of the free world. Uh, but yeah, this nigga's like they should apologize. So it's just like nah, man. Like they should apologize for basically begging. You know what I mean? Like we hope you treat us with respect and you treat the office with respect. What is disrespectful about that? So you tell somebody they need to apologize for something like that? Hell to the nah. Shit, apologize. Like I don't think anybody would, but I don't know. I don't think that this nigga realizes low key that like just because you about to be the president don't mean that you people's dad and shit. Look, Look, they voted for me to be your dad, and I'm going to be a father figure in a huge way. It's going to be tremendous. And America is just like, you imagine they cast in Hamilton. You're not my real dad, Donald. Yes, I am. Yes, I am your real dad. It's like it's wildin'. What else I want to talk about? I have fucking notes and shit here. My incipient fuckery. I'm liking this word. I'm liking this word a lot, and I'm liking where it's going, and I'm liking how it be. I'm stoked. I'm stoked for shit that I can't afford. All kinds of excited for uh, Final Fantasy, man. I'm like a huge fan of Final Fantasy. Whenever I can't sleep, that's what I do is put on Final Fantasy music, and it makes me very hard to date. Because it's like I need that shit to be like loud. I need loud music if I'm gonna fall asleep. Like you got some people like those one notch people. That's not me. Like I need the music to feel like there's like actually some shit popping off in the room that I don't really care about, and I'm ignoring it so much that it's putting me to sleep. Like it's really fucking backwards. Oh man, I had a note here. I had no idea why I wanted to talk about it. The note just says the steak temperature. I don't know why I have this note of steak temperature. I have no idea. You know what? It probably came down to me talking to or about some white people, and then that's how I got on the concept of steak temperature. Because that's not really a thing for black people. You know what I mean? Like black people just it's not all black people, but black people be ordering their shit well done, you know, like unless they at the house or something. But yeah, people be eating well done steak, which you should stop it. I don't even eat meat, you know what I'm saying? That's how much I'm against. Oh, I would rather be, you know what I mean, like vegan, but like only eat like iceberg lettuce, like that's it. Only iceberg lettuce, than eat a well done steak. Like I think that if you eat well done steak like that, you should be subject to some kind of like psychiatric analysis or something like that. Like it's foolish. You know what I mean? It's like believing in leprechauns. You know, eating a well done steak. You know, it's like not this nonsense to me. Yo, I'll have my steak well done. If I owned a restaurant and somebody asked for a steak well done, I'd ask them to leave. I would. I'd be like, I don't have time to cook your steak well done. Like we got a lot of steaks to make. Speaking of food, yo, I went to this fucking spot yesterday. I Instagrammed it, man. Out here, you know, I don't normally Instagram my food because I'm not gay anymore. Back when I was gay, shit, man, I was Instagramming everything that I put in my mouth. But now that I'm reformed, shout out to conversion therapy. Uh, you know, I don't Instagram my food anymore. But yesterday, I made an exception. I said, you know what? Let me dip my pinky toe back into the glamorous life and Instagram my food. A lot of people don't know that I'm an Instagram thought because they follow me on my main Instagram account. I got another account where it's nothing but twerk videos and me telling these other hoes that they ain't shit and quite frequently reminding them that they not on my level. Or if I don't want to talk about how they not on my level, then I tell them how they can't get on my level. And pretty soon I'm going to start working on videos where not only am I twerking, but I'm also dropping little nuggets of knowledge on how these basic assholes can get on my level. But I digress. Nigga, I was eating these hot dogs yesterday. Dead ass. Fucking, the place was called, this is like the worst promo for a place ever. The place was called Steamy Weenie, right? So it's like me, that's like one of the things that like fucks me up about not eating meat is that I love hot dogs. They're actually my favorite food. Like not shrimp, not steak, not even crab meats. Rest in peace. Wait, rest in peace. No, I don't know. Anyway, not even crab meats. Not even the finest of artisanal crab meats. You know, uh, that's not my favorite, John. Like I'm a hot dog guy. You know, like I enjoyed the risk that I was taking with all manner of hot dogs. Like, is this shit undercooked? You know what I'm saying? why can I buy gas at the same time? You know, that like, shit like that. I like to live on the edge. You know, I'm that kind of guy. Is this really pork? Is this shoulder? Is this ankle? Is this bugs? You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't really about that kosher life at all, you know. And so I've been searching for the perfect like veggie kind of frank, you know what I'm saying, that I don't have to make myself. I want somebody, it don't count if I make it myself. I want somebody else to give it to me. So I had, yeah, they had these veggie franks, man. And let me tell you, they're pretty damn good. Now, are they as good as real hot dogs? No. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Uh, Substitute meat? That doesn't even make sense, man. That's like a substitute teacher. Like, yo, man, like substitute meat just, you know, it's supposed to taste good and shit like that. And a lot of times, it ends up just playing a movie that the real meat had. You know, like the real meat's on vacation. And it's just like, you know what? While I'm gone, just play Remember the Titans in his mouth. You know, that's really what it comes down to. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do too much substitute meat. You know, just kick your feet up. You know, watch Stand and Deliver a couple times today. Dick around on your phone. Be an easy check. You know what I mean? I'll be back in 2 days. Fuck the lesson plan. Just tell them to read the chapter. This is going way too deep. Read your chapters. You know what I mean? That's all my taste buds in this substitute meat class. Uh, but it's an AP class. You know what I mean? I ain't got no stupid ass taste buds, son. My shit is advanced. Why? Why? You know, this is what happened. Again, I'm starting this sober. I don't want anybody to be mistaken. I'm starting this thing sober right now. Because I want to like exercise, so I'm not drinking yet. I should, you know, I should stop this right now and come back in like 10 minutes. Well, not in 10 minutes. I should just do another 10 minutes just drunk as shit. I got hammered last night, man. Macaroni and cheese party. Uh, God damn it. I was talking about hot dogs and then this whole school thing just gone off the rails. This is what I do. I ramble and that's how I write. That's how I talk. I just let shit come out, and then if something snags, then I'm just like, boom, that's it. I'll, excuse me. I don't even try to like put that shit into like my act, like ease it in or anything like that. I just be working on all these little pieces, and then they're like, you got this much time, and then I just play a game. You know what I mean? I was telling my friends last night that, you know, I'm a zookeeper on the inside, you know, and like they don't believe me. Like I'm an incipient zookeeping kind of person, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, a lot of niggas out here don't know how to keep a zoo. Me, I'm not even really an animal person, but I know the difference between keeping something and letting it go. And when it comes to zoos, you know, my position is clear. I am a keeper of zoos. Like, you know, if you want to let zoos go, that's fine. That's on you. Like, do what's in your heart. I'm not here to judge you, uh, you know, for the fact that you're gonna let, you know, gorillas, giraffes, hyenas, or maybe even deep sea things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, whales and shit. You know, these are animals that could escape depending on where they are. And I mean, I guess they could all escape. It's just a matter of how, you know, how long are they gonna live? Uh, but I don't have to think about that shit, man. I don't need to think about what if the animals escape because that's not a factor, man. That's not a factor. Like every day I go out into the zoo and I leave my heart on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like I give zookeeping my all. You know, like I got the hat. You know, I got a few of those zookeeping hats, and you know, like the vests and shit. I got some proper zookeeping boots. You know, a lot of people don't understand that, or they don't realize that I'm a zookeeper because, you know, you got to have something for yourself. You have to have something private in you. And, you know, I don't do beekeeping for the fame. You know, you got a lot of people out here that want to be famous in this industry, and they don't understand that. Like, I'm doing like all types of shit to keep this zoo together. I'm putting labels on animals. I'm finding out scientific names and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm about my genus and my species, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out here. I'm out here with the fucking Latin dictionary trying to figure out what these things really mean. You know, I'm the one that's answering questions about how come we don't have dinosaurs on these tours. And it breaks my heart when I have to explain to kids that, dinosaurs never existed, and if they did, they was really probably not as big as you think they are. And that's just some bullshit that they tell you uh, to make hardworking zookeepers like myself look like fools and frauds and charlatans. Well, I'm not a charlatan, sir. I am a goddamn zookeeper, and I want the respect that I deserve. Do you know what it takes to form emotional bonds with these animals that, they don't even necessarily respect themselves? Like, some of these animals, they out here in the wild. Like, they coming from the wild. Like, this not no, like, your regular suburban animals. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these animals are really, like, out there, like, just really just outside and shit. Like, I know that a lot of people don't want to accept this to be true, but animals they can be wild, son. They can be wild. Uh, as a zookeeper, I do want to say, uh, you don't have to call me a zookeeper. Just call me Fizz. But, a lot of people was protesting. I saw this shit. When I say protesting, I mean people was on Twitter. They was mad at the owner of Jimmy John's. I guess Jimmy. I don't know his name. I don't know. But Jimmy, I guess, hunts elephants. And it's like, damn, man. Like, that's not really, that's not cool, man. Like, you out here hunting elephants, man. Like, their population is going to dwindle freaky fast. Like, that's not cool, man. You trying to freaky fast on the elephants, man? Like, that's not, nah, man. That's not cool, man. Like, now, I understand if you want to go out and find an elephant and you think, oh, maybe you can find it a better home, then that's why people like me exist. To give animals like that a home and get paid and charge people to see those animals. Like, I'm humble, you know what I'm saying? I'm humble about my zookeeping, man. But that don't mean I'm not passionate, you know? Like like Muhammad Ali said, rest in peace, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Like, we don't have those animals at our zoo, but we could, you know what I'm saying? We could. Like, that's just, I don't know. That's just how I feel. I hate to be so. I just hate to be so emotional about this. But it's like I haven't had a chance to open up about what the pressure, the pressure of being in charge of an entire zoo. I tell people what I do. They laugh at me. They ask me facetious questions or stuff that I don't want to answer. You're like, oh, do you clean up monkey shit? Have you ever pet a porcupine? It's painful. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I just, I get emotional about my animals. Okay. Fuck Kanye West. Let me just go ahead and say that. Fuck Kanye West. This nigga, I've defended this nigga like over multiple times of him doing ridiculous shit and all this other bullshit. And that's all I'm really gonna say. I'm not gonna talk about what he's specifically talking about or address this, that, or the third. I just want to take a moment to just flat out say, fuck Kanye West. Like, this nigga is ridiculous. And you hurt my feelings, Kanye. Honestly, it's worse than the goddamn, uh, it's worse than the goddamn people that be hating on my zoo, bro. You know what I mean? Woo! Hey, you guys, did you ever notice that women love words in threes? For example, I love you. That was fun. Of course not. I'm not gay. You can rate that joke in the comments. Go ahead and rate that joke. Yes, women love words in threes. I don't know. Okay. Uh, I want to take a second to talk about something that really, really fucking matters to me, and that is the human condition. I've seen a few things online where people have been talking about eating and sleeping, and like the dinosaurs, like these things are myths. They're not real. Like they're absolute myths. Like it's just these things aren't true. Uh, sleeping. I used to sleep. I used to think that I had to sleep, and I did it every day. Parents would say, "Randall, go to bed," and I'd say, "I don't want to," and they'd say, "Why don't you want to go to bed?" And I say, "Because I don't have to," and and they would be like, "All right, go to bed," and then they would basically beat me until I passed out, and I would wake up and then start it all over again. But once I got to my adult years, I'm not going to say the name of the guru that I went to. I'm going to respect his anonymity. All right, you know what I'm saying? Anonymity. It's an incipient word. Anonymity. I'm going to respect his privacy and shit. And, but I basically learned, uh, while was getting into lucid dreaming and seeing auras and things like that, I learned how to live without sleep. That is right. And I'm going to tell you today exactly how to do it. Uh, if you are tired of being tired, uh, then listen up right now. All you have to do is wean yourself off sleep. Impossible? That's probably what you're thinking right now. And I'm going to say to that voice in your head, possible, totally, yeah. And yeah, so here's how. So every day you start today. If you want to, you could start today. This is free. This is on you. It takes discipline, but it's on you. You could start today. What you do is you set up, you don't sleep any longer than 8 hours. Take a couple days. Sleep exactly 8 hours. No more, no less. Then, each day, every 2 days, as you feel comfortable, just take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. If you're feeling ballsy, 12 minutes off of that time every single day. And eventually, you'll realize, oh my God, I don't need to sleep at all. I have been awake, believe it or not, for 4.5 years today. That is right. That is right. Thank you. Thank you. For 4.5 years today. Do I sleep sometimes? Absolutely. But it's only because I'm bored. I don't need to. Just sometimes, I don't really have anything that I want to do at all. Now, the other thing is eating. I'm going to throw this in as a bonus to you. You can buy my book. I haven't written it yet, but I'm going to write a book about this. Um, and it's going to teach you how to learn photosynthesis. For a long time, I was a night owl. That's what I was. I was an owl of the night, sowing my wild oats, my owl oats. I was sowing them. And I said, you know what? I'm tired of being nocturnal. I'm tired of it. I want to be a day walker. So I went online. I did some research. Uh, I went into the kitchen. I started mixing up powders and shit. And uh, then there's a third thing that I did. And I'm not going to tell you what that is. But what I can tell you is that you do not have to eat. People say, oh, if you don't eat, you'll starve. There's this whole thing of starvation, and that doesn't make any sense at all. It's a myth. Starving is what we're doing spiritually, okay? Man cannot eat bread alone, man. You have to have other people around there to eat that bread, and then say, you know what? We don't need to eat this shit at all. That's right. Photosynthesis. Do you feel like, oh man, I would love to get all my energy directly from the sun? Oh man, I want to stop wasting money on food. I just want to shower like the beautiful little flower that I am, then go outside and grow. Yeah, you can do that. It might suck when it's cloudy outside. It might suck. But you know what? It'll be worth it. Okay? I don't know what this book is going to be called yet, but you'll know because it'll have my name on the front and shit. And then I'll be like, oh, hey, this is the book I was talking about. Uh, so yeah, for more tips, about, uh, photosynthesis, human photosynthesis, or if you're having trouble staying awake, go ahead and contact me, at slamdunkjesus.com. You have all the info there. You can send me an email. You can send me a comment. Get in touch with me myriad ways through any of my social medias and all of those things. And that concludes our program, everybody. That's right. Thank you for tuning in and listening to all this shit right up in here on Randall Thompson's Deadass Podcast.